It's the NFL on EA Sports, and tonight's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Ravens and the Buccaneers, next on Madden NFL 23.
We are just a few miles from the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Baltimore Ravens and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And hi again, everybody. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, when you and I were going through our final run-throughs at breakfast, we kept thinking tonight we're going to get to see a couple of very good passing offenses.
And we're talking about both sides having multiple receivers that can have an impact on this game. It's not just one guy that's going to make all the plays. If you take him away, maybe number 2, number 3, they make the big plays that impact who wins the game.
The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Time to see this wide-open Baltimore offense go to work, and leading them, pretty darn good one, Lamar Jackson out of Louisville.
Another excellent season from Lamar Jackson that was cut short by ankle injury and actually showed just how much he is valued as the leader of the Baltimore Ravens as they went 0-4 down the stretch and missed the playoffs without him. Prior to that, they were 8-5 in a tough AFC North, and he was on his way to his third 1,000-yard season as a runner and career-high marks as a passer.
Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. He shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw?
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet. The defense is always talking about not letting Lamar Jackson get comfortable. A good job there on his opening drive of making him uncomfortable.
And you're talking about doing it so early in the game because all week long there's been anxiety on the defensive side of the ball. How do we keep this guy hemmed in? How do we tackle him? To get it done that early, that's got to feel great for them.
Fourth down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. And he'll get this away into the humid Florida sky. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. Well, for a little bit we thought his story had concluded, but not to be. Here's Tom Brady in his 23rd NFL season, leading the Bucs offense out once again.
For 1 month, Many people thought they had seen the end of the greatest quarterback career in league history. Of course, there were others who expected Tom Brady to come back, and he did so 40 days later for a 23rd NFL season. Leading the league in completions, yards, and touchdowns at age 44, he showed that he's as good as ever. But of course, losing in the divisional round, not the way he wanted to go out in his final game. For TB12, it's Lombardi trophies or bust.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It's a gain of 35.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. Again, it's Fournette. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down. Here's Brady to throw. Open man has got one. It's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And that could be one of those turning point plays in a ball game. A field goal gets you the lead here, but they want to make a statement and get 6 points. And they're certainly going to get that opportunity as they get the conversion and set up 1st and goal.
So 1st and goal from the 9-yard line. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Brady going to throw. And this is going to be caught. No, they say it's incomplete.
They are such a talented team at defending the perimeter and taking away throws to the outside. Great confidence, great skill.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. To throw, it's Brady. Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass. And the Bucs put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead.
Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football, all right? When you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
Extra point up and good by Succop. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. No run back here for Duvernay. Touchback out to the 25.
Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game.
And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. what do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle, or if you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
Right back to Dobbins on first. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. Let's go, Jackson from the shotgun. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down. Here's Jackson to throw. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
And that's a gutsy call there on 3rd and short, because that's a play that's got a good chance of being blown up in the backfield for a big loss of yardage. But nice job out wide to gather in that screen pass, use his blockers well, and pick up the first down.
From the gun, Jackson. Targeting Dobbins again, and he's got it again. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. So no gain on the play, and that'll make it second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Throwing again on second down. Jackson. That one complete. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he returns it to the end zone. A fumble recovery touchdown for the Bucs. And he has great speed, defensive back speed. Once he got it and took off, there was no catching him.
And I know every team tells you to hustle no matter what the play, but there was no chance of catching him. Maybe if it had been a defensive tackle running with the ball, but not in this case.
Extra point try now for Succop. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Duvernay going to sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They've been outplayed early, no question, down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Jackson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Jackson. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Shaquille Barrett. Now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play.
Well, you're already up a couple of scores here in the first half defensively, and Charles, they just seem to be playing really free on that side of the football.
I love the observation, because with that type of a lead, they feel like they can take a few more chances and be even more aggressive, and it's been paying off for them so far this game.
Out now is the punter, Jordan Stout.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Take it at the 37. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And he's going to have the hook up to Gage. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. $14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football, as they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete, and he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Nice play there by Russell Gage, who left Atlanta but didn't leave the NFC South, where he signed to join Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. What a luxury for him to be a 3rd receiver for this team. And he forms a great trio with Mike Evans and Chris Godwin.
Fournette, a 1st down carry, and he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Shotgun now for Brady. His throw incomplete. He was looking for Chris Godwin that time, but now it'll be 3rd down.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. Oh, he's thinking end zone for Evans.
And this one dropped in the end zone. Looked like a touchdown, but not to be. And now it's 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Oh, it's a wobbler here. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
2nd and 9. To throw is Jackson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
We all know how important momentum is in a game, and when an offense decides to take a deep shot downfield, they're trying to create a big play and put doubt in the defense's mind the rest of the ball game. And in this case, the defense won the battle. Batted the ball away deep downfield. So guess what? The momentum now quickly shifted from the offense taking the shot to the defense knocking it away, and now they feel like they might be in control.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. The safety, Antoine Winfield, got in there that time. Now, the #1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely, because remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there. Fielded just inside the 20. So the punt goes for 56 with a decent return of 13. And out will come the offense as they take over. Back now comes Tampa Bay. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Brady now on 1st down. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Second and 2. Inside handoff now to Fournette. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer 1st down. Defensively, they were in the 3-4. Solid run up the middle. What made it successful?
Well, what you have to do is control the nose guard, but sometimes you don't do it by blocking him. You do it by influencing him. Get him moving to one side or the other and hit him back on the opposite.
So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Another nice gain. 13 yards that time and another 1st down. Oftentimes, broken tackles are his specialties. And put another one on his tally there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. One-on-one, not likely to get him down. You need everyone else to get there and help you. I think they were signaling for you and I to jump on the pile and try and get him down, weren't they?
You don't want me out there, I promise you. On first down, Brady. He finds his target. It's Evans.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
To throw again on second down. Brady. Incomplete. Right side, the tight end Rudolph.
And the Buccaneers are going to have a first and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on first and goal. Now Brady.
Getting it out wide here to Bernard.
Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. Two of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. Throwing now is Brady. Caught on the slant. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it. The Bucs on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is third and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Tom Brady keeping it himself from a yard out.
And the Bucs have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
I'd have to say we're all a little bit surprised there because at his age, with his speed, or should I say lack thereof, the only rushing touchdowns I would expect are on quarterback sneaks. But here, he found all of his guys covered. He said, why not? And by the way, if that doesn't fire up your team to see the veteran like that risking his body for the touchdown, I don't know what will.
Extra point put through by Succop, and it's now 21-0. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air.
Taken in at the 3. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores. And I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now it's Jackson. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. Now they got to get to the line quickly. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Let's go, fellas.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They'll try the draw here with Dobbins. Yeah, nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Another run here with Dobbins. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Jordan Stout now. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Well, the Bucs going to take over now late in this first half. And with a 21-0 lead already, no need really to take any unnecessary risks. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. Nifty move. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. From the gun, it's Brady. They'll drop this off for Bernard. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. And how about the dime look here? 6 DBs on 3rd and inches.
Daring them to run the ball.
Here's Brady. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
So the first thing that crossed my mind is, why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
The Raven offense going to take over late in this first half. And now following that turnover, they've got an opportunity here to try to cash in with good field position before intermission. After the interception, here's Jackson. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
I think we could all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jackson. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
Let's have some fun. Let's get some. Let's go. Let's dominate this.
So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. Tucker's kick is good, and the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they had the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Nifty running there, but it'll come on what should be the final play of half number 1. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, BG, thanks very much, and welcome one and all to our beautiful new downtown Orlando studios for this EA Sports Halftime Report. First, let's get a check on the next-gen stats from that first half for the Ravens. And they will need to get this passing game in gear because they did not do much of anything in that first half. And it's why the scoreline is what it is.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Bucs ready to go here to begin the third quarter. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They've reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
and they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half. Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Fakes the give to Fournette. Now Brady under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Adafe Owe from that outside linebacker spot gets in there. It's a loss of 9. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously. Led to a very quick sack.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
Evans has it left side. And he is going to have the Bucs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll try the right side here with Fournette. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
That's what it is, baby. Who's going to make a play, baby? Let's keep fighting. Let's do this, man. Every day, let's do what we do every day.
2nd down at 5. To throw, it's Brady. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Patrick Queen got in there to stick him. He gets the sack.
He only gave them an instant to react. It was a classic case of if you blink, you missed him. Off of the line and to the quarterback in just a couple of seconds. Running back only had a moment to react and attempt to throw a block.
Let's go, y'all. Let's go, man.
So Brady and the Bucs need to work a little magic. 3rd and long after that last sack. Back to throw here. That's complete. Bernard. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
That's a big gainer on that play, and from experience, I can tell you, that's where defensive backs will come into the huddle and say, guys, how about some pass rush? But you're going to say it nicely because those big guys up front, they don't like being criticized very much. Quarterbacks in this league, you know they'll pick you apart if you give them time like that to find receivers downfield.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Meanwhile, Brady's throw complete here, pulled in by Brate. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Now Brady. And he's going to have the hook up to Gage. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Brady. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal, because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Brady. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th.
And that drive was going pretty darn well. 3 previous times, converted on 3rd down. But on that one, the defense rose up and said, enough of that.
So Brady departs, and on is Ryan Succop for the Buccaneer field goal. This one from 48 yards away. And that'll be off the crossbar and out. It's short. He couldn't get it there. It's no good. And this will remain an 18-point lead. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise, and that'll deny him a shot at 3.
The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. So the missed field goal, and now they're in great shape. They'll start at the 38. And they'll begin by running the option. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Well, you don't expect too many quarterbacks to be adept at breaking away from would-be tacklers, but this is uncommonly good right here as he's able to get away.
And defensively, you're going to have some guys with hands on hips looking to the heavens right now. You've got a fairly clean shot at the quarterback here, but he's able to worm his way out of that initial contact, and not only that, he's able to hot-foot it downfield for good yardage.
Jackson going to hold on to it again. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 18 more yards there and another first down. Here's Jackson to throw. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on him man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run with Dobbins. 47 yards on the ground for him so far. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. They'll look to run with Edwards. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
And now down 3 scores. I don't think there's any decision at all. You've got to go for it because you don't know how many more times you're going to get an opportunity. Field goals, they're not going to cut it in this situation.
So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. Tucker's kick is good, and that'll get the deficit down to 15. So that maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but it does get them back within a couple of scores.
And at this point in the third quarter, you don't have much margin for error, and that means you can't have drives that end with nothing. Whether it's a punt, a turnover on downs, those have to go away. You have to end with a kick, either a field goal or an extra point after a touchdown.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Fournette once more on 2nd down. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This will be 3rd and 5. Open man has got one. It's complete. And he is going to have a Bucs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here. Down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Let's go, man. Bring it. Let's go do this.
Up the gut, Fournette. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Justin Matabike there to bring him down. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. To throw is Brady. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And now we've got a 3rd and 3. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
Brady going to try and throw on 3rd down. And break, the tight end's got it. And he is going to have the Buccaneers 1st down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. They fake the handoff. Now Brady. A pass underneath for Fournette. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Second down and 3.
A draw play. Bernard. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go.
No luck whatsoever there on the draw.
Yeah, they're supposed to use their aggressiveness against them. That was the hope. But maybe they had too big of a meal last night. A half step slow, and he ends up running right into the meat of the defense.
Brady.
He'll get this one complete to Darden. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 17-yard line. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Into the red zone, it's Brady. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Let's go, man. It's showtime, baby.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. On the draw, here's Bernard. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
That was a terrific play, causing a loss. As a middle linebacker, simple. You can either fill holes or you can attack them, as he did there.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Brady now to throw. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line.
Sacked on the corner blitz by Marlon Humphrey.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This to make it a 3-score game late. And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right. And that will keep this a 15-point game. Now this one now not over yet, Charles. You've got a sliver of hope on that other sideline.
You certainly do, because that would have made it a 3-score game. And that probably would have been curtains at that point. But now if they can get down the field quickly and somehow get the ball back one more time, we may have a different ball game.
Baltimore about ready to go on offense. Their defense was able to hold serve, albeit with a little help from that missed field goal as they settled in now 1st and 10. Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. That's complete, left side to Bateman.
And he's got this down to the 35. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks.
Good yardage on the completion there, and when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A give up the middle to Dobbins. William Golston in on the stop. Still 9 remaining on 2nd down. Jackson now. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Now it's Jackson. Keeps himself upright. Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Clock running, about to hit 90 seconds to go in the game. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. To the sideline, and he's got it. They say the feet are down. Yes, the line judge says they're in. That'll be a 1st down. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. He stopped to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Jackson slings it to Andrews, and it's complete. The tight end has it. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice.
And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, so they got the score. Do you go for 1 here and save the possible 2-point conversion for later?
I think you do, because if you go for 2 here and you don't get it, that's deflation.
Yeah.
Now you wonder why you're even going for it. Take the easy one now and come back and try and get it later.
And now in a 9-point game, they'll still just need to go for 1 here. As this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. So that drives 7 plays in length, and it's capped off by the Baltimore score. Time definitely of the essence now, just under a minute to play, and here we go. And the Bucs are on this one. And that should just about do it. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. A handoff to Fournette. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. They'll run it again with Fournette, and he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And Fournette trying to power his way forward, but I don't think he got there. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Let's go get it now.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to perhaps salt this one away. He had the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and this will stay a 1-score game as the lead holds at 8. But things just got interesting. They tried for the long field goal there to salt this one away. They don't get it, and now a little time for the other guys to mount a late drive.
Well, they thought their kicker would put it through the post and finish this one off. I'm sure they discussed pooch punting it and letting their defense take over. Well, the defense now has to make it stand up, but they didn't get the best field position because the ball comes back to the line of scrimmage.
Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Throwing, Jackson. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
Dobbins with it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven 1st down.
And remember, field goal does them no good in this situation.
You got to think they should be taking some shots for the end zone soon. 10 seconds to go. One last shot for Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. What a game we were treated to in this one. And on that final play, they had a chance. They had the ball just beyond midfield for one final shot, but couldn't get it done, and they suffered the loss.
Yeah, and you mentioned how they had a chance on that final play, and getting it to midfield gave them that opportunity, hoping they could find their way to the end zone and make that miracle happen. A really good ending to an entertaining contest, though.